blown.
I'm not surprised.
And
I didn't find anything by Pink.
no, Pink's not here today. I saw Pink last night.
Too new.
So, but they've got shirts with peaches. Do you remember their old record peaches?
Sure,
yeah, they got shirts with peaches.
Wow.
I found a lot of Kiss stuff.
That's not surprising.
let's see, HK, MJI, MMS.
How about WIXY? Anything WIXY?
Yes, there are WIXY. George, we had Georgia Shuban a little while ago, and he had a bunch of pictures of us. He was the original photographer for the WIXY guys.
I know.
So now he has to include the Supergirl.
Right.
But he said he will.
You are WIXY Pixie, I meant to tell you. You're the WIXY Pixie.
And he said he will come and do pictures again anytime we want him to. So we've got cards, so we got to get him back into the WIXY studio. We'll get him there.
Sounds
but
good.
the man is full of knowledge, and
No kidding.
he needs to be in the Rock Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Ready?
Yep, we're ready.
Super WIXY, presenting much more music.
Talk.
WIXY 1260, what happened to that one? It's gone.
I don't know, it was silent mic.
I guess. Lisa Jordan, Magic Mike. We're at the Record and CD Convention for another 45 minutes here on Brook Park Road in Fairview Park, Ohio. Joining me right now, this is Joe Matusak. And Joe, you are a Cleveland boy, I hear.
Yes.
Born, raised?
Born and raised.
Okay. Tell me what you do. You worked for Capitol Records.
I used to work for MCA and Capitol Records in Los Angeles and Denver for probably over 10 years.
Okay, so what are you doing back here in Cleveland, and what are you doing now? And
I moved back
give me your
home.
life.
I moved back home after my father passed away, which was 1990. So I've been back here since, working in the advertising and marketing industry.
What did you do for Capitol?
Sales and promotion for, during the 80s, it's a blur, I remember. Be it
What
Hart
is that?
and Bob Seger, and no, I'm talking about other things, but Iron Maiden and Hart. Iron Maiden, yes. Where's George? But no, I did all the sales and promotion out in the West Coast. And MCA, I was in Los Angeles and basically worked the northern Los Angeles, or what they call the Valley, San Fernando Valley.
I hear you have a ton of stories. That you're just full of stories. Okay, so give me a good memory of working in that industry, something that stands out in your mind, maybe?
Well, one of the things that when you are working in that business, you become really close with, or people who you work with, you become very close with. One of the bands that I befriended back in 1983 was called the Smithereens. And I kept in contact with them until this day. In fact, Pat came over to my house and he did a living room concert probably maybe a year and a half ago or so. But it was just a fabulous, interesting thing. Him playing in our living room, playing Girl Like You and Only a Memory and everything right there for 25 of my closest friends.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay.
And I still keep in touch with Ann and Nancy Wilson.
I was going to ask you that. Do you talk to anybody anymore?
Some Bob Seger, more of his manager, Andrew. It's just some really great people.
Okay, so now that we know who you are and you're going to come and see us at WIXY, can you bring some of these people with you? Because we would have a nice little Christmas sing-along if you would. Okay, a good moment for you. Oh, I asked you the good moment. How about the bad time? What's something that, you really hated?
Some of the times when you had to babysit some of the bands. And there's George. We love you. Oh, it's like
you could join the fan club.
Wait a minute, wasn't M105 down in a glass booth at the top?
You owe me $5. You owe me $5.
You always owe me money, George.
Oh, look, he's telling you you're number one.
Yes, I noticed that. I wasn't sure if that was his IQ. He keeps
That's from your fan club.
See how much fun we are having down here today? This is a great place. You guys, if you didn't
Janet, what's Janet's last name? The better photographer? Oh, George. Matusak, yes.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, George. That's 3. Is that how many the Browns have?
I don't know.
They did the last time I looked.
But no, taking some of the bands around, and some of it's babysitting, some of it's a lot of ego, some of more things than you have time to permit or budget to spend money on.
Is it true that some of the artists want like water at room temperature, or that they have to have certain things a certain way, or they get really angry? And
I just came across a rider for Todd Rundgren, and the rider's about a half an inch thick of all the things that he wanted, sound equipment-wise, all the things in his dressing room, from peanut M&Ms and all of that. Yes, a lot of the bands are very specific on the items that they want backstage.
See, now you said that about Todd. Now I'm not going to.
No, Todd, I don't know. I'd have to reread the contract,
Okay,
but I know there are different artists that do want specific items backstage. If they eat them, they eat them. If they don't, they don't. I was backstage with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. What they did is they signed all the fruit and handed it out to all the fans there. So you had a banana, they signed a banana. You had an orange, they signed the orange.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you get into this? Tell me how all this started. You grew up here in Cleveland?
I grew up in Cleveland, and I didn't have a lot of luck trying to get with a label here in town, so I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And there are so many Clevelanders out in Los Angeles, and I was lucky enough to befriend several of them. And they got me in as a customer service representative for MCA Records, and I hung the posters and did the inventory and the like. And then I moved into a sales role, and after a sales role, Capitol hired me. I got transferred to Denver and did sales and promotion there until almost 1990.
When did you figure out that you had a passion for this kind of work, though? I mean, did this start early age?
I worked at a record store at Cedar Center called Record Unlimited.
Okay.
It was next to the bowling alley.
Yes.
And I remember a gentleman from Arista Records came in and handed my manager an album and said, this is yours. Could you play it in the store for me? And he said, sure. He then produced two more and said, you can take that home, and he gave me one, and he said I could take it home, and I said, I want to do that for a living.
Okay, so did you play DJ like the rest of us up here? I mean, we all played that 9-year-old DJ, and
not necessarily at the record store, but I went to Kent State and I was a disc jockey on WKSU, or WKSR. I did that for several years, and I got very involved with the music scene there. I was in charge of all the concerts at Kent from 1980 till 1983, and we brought the Clash in, Robin Williams, Hall & Oates, Todd Rundgren, Greg Allman, Leon Redbone, Henny Youngman, just a smattering of all genres of music.
So
and concerts.
what are you doing now? Where are you located?
I live in North Ridgeville. In fact, my wife and I, Maggie, we just bought a house in Avon Lake, and we're in the process of moving. I'm currently an independent contractor for the advertising marketing industry.
Well, I gave you a lot of my money today. You have some great stuff.
It's a lot of promotional things that I've gathered up throughout the year, and I'm just trying to downsize, I guess.
It's amazing. So can people continue to get these items from you?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and how do they contact you? How do they find you?
Well, I don't have a website or any of that. It's more or less just coming to these shows. I think it's once a quarter, Lawrence. The next one's
February, right? Yeah,
February 23rd.
Right.
And I will continue to bring my, I guess, wares here. I don't have a lot of music left. It's just a lot of promotional items that, working at the label, you gave out to the music directors and promotion directors at the radio stations.
He has a lot of original Time Life magazines.
Just, I guess,
pens, buttons. I mean,
pop
you have all
culture, I
kinds of
guess,
stuff.
is the
Yeah,
best way to put it, is things that I've collected throughout the years, and now I just want to downsize.
Well, you're amazing, and we welcome you back to your home state,
thank you.
hometown, and leave us with one fantastic story that you love to share with everybody, because I know that, like George and everybody else here today, everybody's got stories, and I've invited all of you guys to come into WIXY at some point in time on a Friday evening or sometime when you're available to have a sit-down chat with us. We'll put you on the air. We'll let you be the guest DJ for the evening.
Okay.
But give me a story that you'd love to share with your listeners and with the people around you.
I had the opportunity when I was at Kent State to work for Belkin Productions at the time. And again, being a disc jockey, I knew the Belkin family pretty well through just different concerts that we promoted at Kent. And I did some part-time work for them at the old Coliseum. And I remember Barry Gable coming up to me and said, "Joe, Kid Leo couldn't be here. Would you go up and announce the Kinks?"
Oh,
And I said, what? And this 20-year-old kid gets up there shaking like a leaf, holding a reel of upcoming concerts that Belkin was going to produce, like Devo and other bands. And then it was to give the warm Cleveland welcome for the Kinks.
Wow, that's amazing. Now I'm from Akron, so Devo, special place in my heart. I love those guys. We appreciate everything that you do. We appreciate you being back here and the things that you share with us. Like I said, I got a ton of stuff from you. I'm coming to this thing again in February,
That's
so
great.
we'll be back, and please come and see us.
I look forward to everybody coming back in February.
Very good. Thank you very, very much. Have a nice Christmas and holiday.
too.
Oh,
Wait, before you go, since you are disc jockey, you want to intro?
Oh, we're going to let you play disc jockey right now. There you go.
Right there.
We're of that age where we need
Glasses are
those
coming on.
89-cent glasses for Marks. Where we at?
There's some right up there in the corner. You know these ladies.
Wanna do that
They're
one?
really, really close. to your
Sure.
heart.
All right, ready, here we go.
No pun intended.
And here's Magic Man by Marks.
WIXY 1260.
Super Radio.